My name is Genevieve Judge, and I serve as the Public Information Officer for the Sarasota Police Department. We do appreciate you all joining us here this morning at headquarters, as well as for those of you who are streaming online. This is in an effort to share an update on a homicide that happened February 25th of this year along North Tamiami Trail in Sarasota. To discuss these cases this morning is Interim Chief Rex Trochet, and he is going to share what details that he can. Now, we do ask that you please silence your cell phones, and you all should have a copy of the news release and PCA, and if not, I will make sure to get with you at the conclusion of the news conference. With that, the Chief will take a few questions afterwards to answer what he can, but please keep in mind this does remain an active and ongoing investigation. So with that, Chief, I'll turn it over to you.
Thanks, Genevieve. Good morning, everyone. I'm Interim Chief Rex Trochet. Thank you for joining us. We know you all have a lot of questions, and we're hoping to answer those questions this morning. We're proud to announce the arrest of William Devonshire, age 52, on charges of murder in connection to the death of Kelly Ann Ripley on February 25th near the Centennial Park boat ramp along North Tamiami Trail in the city of Sarasota. Ms. Ripley's family shared with us over the weekend they are allowing us to share her name publicly. Devonshire is also a strong suspect in the second homicide case that happened along North Tamiami Trail on March 10th. Our detectives are continuing to follow leads in that case, but again, we believe Devonshire is a strong suspect in that case. The Sarasota Police Department believes these two homicides are connected. The facts and evidence in both cases lead us to believe the cases are related. We are still working to determine if the Devonshire knew the two women at this point. To give a timeline of events leading up to Devonshire's arrest, on February 25th, Sarasota police officers responded to a wooded area in the 1100 block of North Tamiami Trail. On February 26th, the 12th District Medical Examiner's Office determined Ms. Ripley's death was homicidal violence and as a result of blunt force trauma and manual strangulation. Evidence collected from Ms. Ripley was submitted to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement for analysis. On March 15th, Sarasota police officers collected a voluntary buccal swab from Devonshire. A buccal swab is a Q-tip swab inside your mouth for DNA comparison. On Friday, March 25th, Devonshire was arrested in Pioneer Park on unrelated charges of trespassing, possession of cocaine, and possession of paraphernalia. On Saturday, Devonshire's DNA was a match to swabs collected from Ms. Ripley during her autopsy. On Saturday, Devonshire was charged with murder in the death of Ms. Ripley. Devonshire has a lengthy criminal history in other states, including a conviction of murder out of Delaware in 2005. So, this case was solved using science and technology, but it was also solved thanks to the men and women of our agency. Our Criminal Investigation Division, our patrol officers, all came together. They sacrificed their weekends, nights, and time away for their families to bring justice to this case and to the family. I have to give a special thank you to various units in our agency. I want to thank again the Criminal Investigation Division for your hard work, the Community Action Team who helped out, our Homeless Outreach Team who spent countless hours on the streets making contacts, our Marine Patrol Unit, and thank you to other agencies who assisted us as well. Florida Department of Law Enforcement with the DNA analysis. They worked through the night to help get us the findings that we have. Federal Bureau of Investigations with their technical assistance, the State Attorney's Office, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, and the Attorney General's Office. We want to send our condolences to the family that are mourning the loss of their loved one in this tragedy. Questions?
Chief, do we think that Devonshire is possibly linked to any other deaths within Sarasota?
Unknown at this time, but we are looking into that with some of our other partners in law enforcement.
Chief?
Yes, sir.
What was it that brought him to be arrested in Pioneer Park in the first place?
So we had some information leading us to believe that he could be our possible suspect. So we had surveillance on him while we were trying to work on the back end with respect to the DNA. So once he went to a certain area in the city, in this regard Pioneer Park, we had already known that he was trespassed, so once he entered that park, we placed him under arrest, and then search incident to arrest, we were able to find the paraphernalia and the cocaine residue upon his person.
In here it mentions that, you believe that he's a strong suspect in this second homicide case because of facts and evidence found in both cases. Are there any similarities to the 2003 case out of another state?
I don't know anything about that case, sorry. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I saw that on January 24th, 2018, Mr. Devonshire was sentenced to 3 years and 4 months in prison. And then I saw that he served from February 2018 to June 2020. And then he seemed like he was incarcerated again from May 21 to August 2021. Do you know if he was let out on probation and then had to serve another 3 months? I was wondering if you know what happened there.
I don't have that information at this time, but we could probably get that to you.
Why is he considered a strong suspect in the other homicide?
Thanks, Tim. He's considered a strong suspect because there's elements of the one homicide that match the second homicide. So without going into detail, but there is a correlation, a very strong correlation.
And sir, do we have any kind of idea what kind of motivation was behind the killing?
I have no idea, sir. No idea.
Has he been cooperative?
At this juncture, I would say he's not being really cooperative.
Did any of the, if you got any surveillance video from any of the neighboring properties, did that assist you in arresting him?
Without going too in-depth in the investigation, because obviously they're open and active right now, video did play a huge role. I would say technology overall played a huge role. Once again, the science played another massive factor. And again, I just want to commend our people, because without the boots on the ground, without them making contact, we wouldn't be here today.
Do we have any details as to how he ended up here? Does he have any local ties or anything like that?
I'm sorry, I don't have that information. I'm sorry.
Can you
Okay.
talk about, you said that he voluntarily gave the buccal swab.
So let's talk about that. So our officers came together. We formulated a plan with the Criminal Investigation Division, partnering with our patrol division. We went out there. We started making contacts with everybody in that immediate area. And in those contacts, what we do is a field interrogation report. It's just like, we call it an FI for short. We make contact with somebody. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Hey, what's your name? Hey, have you seen anything suspicious in the area? It's consensual. And then the officers ask, hey, do you mind if I take a buccal swab? And in this case, Mr. Devonshire gave up the buccal swab, which was a huge break in our case. So I want to thank you, everybody, for coming out and getting the word out, and please keep the family in your prayers. Thank you.